If you've been watching along with my Dumont Rumson restoration project, you may have seen my little excursion to my storage locker, in which I retrieved a speaker and an eye tube, but I also grabbed a few other things. What did I grab? Let's talk about it briefly. First up, a set of knobs. These are for a Motorola 9VT1. It's one of their 3 8-inch sets. If you're watching my beginner's guide to cabinet refinishing, these are the knobs that go on that set. But they didn't come from that set. They came from another 9VT1 I bought years ago that somebody had painted black. They painted the cabinet black and spray painted the knobs gold. I tried to strip the paint off with limited success, and this is how they currently stand. Well, since that project is back into the forefront because I got another one, but it doesn't have a full set of knobs, I thought I'd take another whack at it. And in particular, if anybody has any suggestions on cleaning these, I'm all ears. If it comes down to it, I'll do it with abrasion, but these are rigid, unfortunately, and if I like to say wet sand it or something, I'll remove all the ridging. This has recessed numbers for the channels. They'll get obliterated. They're plastic. I can't use something like acetone, it'll kill the plastic. I think the paint, it's either latex or enamel, probably enamel. I've heard oven cleaner might work, something caustic. I'm afraid of killing the plastic. So if anybody has any thoughts for removing, dissolving, without modifying or hurting plastic to get enamel paint off, I'd love to hear from you. As far as what have I tried, I'd try some citrus strip with some success. But anyways, that's why I grabbed those. Also grabbed a couple CRTs. Why did I grab these? Well, look at the bases. They got 14 pins. And they look kind of like the first scope, right? Well, yeah, actually, this came out of an oscilloscope, and that came out of, I think, a radar unit of some sort. These are electrostatic picture tubes. I teased a while ago doing a beginner's guide to restoring electrostatic TVs. I figured we'd have some fun along the way and play with these. These should be compatible with electrostatic TVs, but they have different color phosphors. This is a 7VP1, I believe, which will be a green phosphor. And this, more interestingly, I think it's a 3JP12. This is orange phosphor. So, that's why I grabbed those. I had also intended to bring home a TV field strength meter, but I forgot, because I'm planning on doing a series on how to feed a signal into a vintage set. That'll include making a home transmitter, and that field strength meter will be a handy thing to have, assuming it works. But I did remember to bring this. This is a very, very early color bar generator. I think it might do dots and some other patterns too. Why would I want this? Well, a couple reasons. One, I don't know that I've ever actually pulled this out. I got this years ago. I was kind of on the fence about it. Mainly grabbed it just because I never saw one before, because it's so crazy and primitive looking. I mean, it's a color bar generator, but why is everything exposed? Why are all the tubes just out in the open, and all these gigantic looking cylinders that you can put I guess a huge screwdriver into to adjust or something, and all kinds of switches, crystals, knobs, probes. I mean, what kind of test equipment do you operate where everything, power transformers, capacitors, everything's just right there in your face? I believe it's because this is like the first color bar generator made, and it needed a lot of TLC to work properly. So they just laid it all out in front of you. So why am I talking color TVs? Well, there's something I wanted to tell you guys for ages, and I still don't want to tell you everything because I don't want to jinx it, because it's going to be in a few days. But you're always asking me, working a color TV, when I work on a color TV, I want to see color TV. And I had a color roundy, but it worked. I did a little bit of work on it, and it worked fine, so I never did a full, I didn't need to do a full restoration on it. I do have a color rectangular Motorola, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I just might be getting some other color sets. And this can play a part in that. But what I want to do in the rest of this video is let's see if we can open this up, and let's see what's on the other side of this. If you're wondering what is it exactly, it is a Model 660 white dot bar color display generator. So white dots, that'd be a field of white dots. That's essential for doing convergence, because if the red, green, and blue beams don't converge, you don't get white dots. You get some color, or you see three different colors. They need to converge perfectly to get white from the primary colors. It's so weird. I guess the video, I'm not even sure what the output of this is. Well, I'm sorry, I mean, yeah, it's the thing that says output, but there's video out, so is that like composite video? And that's RF modulated? Okay, here's where you pick your channels. I guess you can do 2 through 5. And then you got dot and bar, that's all I can do. And geez, all these other controls. You know, we can guess from the numbers on them what they do, like this 15750, that's going to be the horizontal oscillator frequency, and 60 the vertical refresh, but 900, 4500, 31,500. I'm sure this plays heavily on using harmonics and crystals in various modes. We've got a color burst crystal up there to mix and add and generate the various color bars, and because it all works on phases, so I bet there's some creative engineering behind this. And of course we have all these black boxes, which are probably transformers or some kind of delay units. Because if you introduce delay, you can shift the phase over, and that's how you get color. A crazy, crazy device. It looks like the chassis is held in by 4 screws along the sides, going into these pieces of metal. I'm guessing there's like a U-channel. So I think that's ready to come out. Here we go. It's a little bit heavy. Come on. There we go. Wow. There's a lot going on under here. Bam, check that out. As crazy as things were on the top, man, there's a lot going on under here too, including another tube, which well, what is that? Kind of thought it was a gas regulator at first, but no, I'm not so sure. Jeez, it does not want to come out. There we go. I think it is. Yeah, it's an OA2, yeah. So you can see where these pins are stuck. They're kind of corroded, probably because this thing has been untouched for so long. Came out of kind of a damp basement too. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's 100% original. I don't know if service info is available. I haven't looked yet. I hope so, because otherwise this will be a little bit tough. Could I do a controlled power up? Might it do something as is? Possibly. Possibly. We've got 2 electrolytics here. Whole bunch of paper caps. Some of which pretty high quality for the time. At least this guy is a metallized paper cap. What does that mean? It means it's instead of like a sheet of aluminum foil and a sheet of paper. It's like vacuum deposited metal on the paper. Not plastic film, but kind of a newer technology. Wow. Ah, geez. So, I got to, I have to do my homework. Oh, we have one diode, 1N34. That's for the 50s. The 1N34, I think, came out in the late 40s. Certainly I've seen some TVs that use it for a detector, like starting in 48. But yeah, what a crazy, another one over here, a crazy device. So, I know I've tipped my hand a little bit. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple vintage color sets coming later this week. And I know zero about the condition of them. But, assuming one or both are restorable, I think it'd be cool at some point to utilize this device. So, I'm going to leave off here. If any of you know anything about a Hickok 660, I'd love to hear from you. I'd be surprised if any of you do. What I do know is I think there actually might have been one model earlier than this that might have come out just months earlier, and there are a bunch of models after this that change considerably. But for sure it's very early and rather uncommon, and I have no idea how to use it or how to adjust it. I just know it looks very, very complicated for what it actually does, which is on channels 2 through 5, it can, or sorry, 2 through 6, it can produce a grid of white dots or some color bars. And it won't be the color bars we're used to, where it has like a white and a purple in the lower left-hand corner and then a bunch of stripes. It's going to be like just 8 bars vertical. I don't know exactly what the colors would be or what order the colors come in, but this was before they like standardized what a color bar test pattern should be. So that's going to be it for now. Just a little tease of some fun stuff coming in the future. Thanks for watching.